Alright, I'm the last person to talk about this advice or give advice in the first place, compared to like usually a player who gives like advices like this. But I thought this would be a unique twist. Also on board. Posting too many workout and anime stuff. So for someone like me who has never had a girlfriend, almost close to 30 years old, 27 right now, let me just tell you two of my biggest anchors. And I'm not saying these are bad things, but they did make a big impact on my life of why I don't have a girlfriend now. So I might as well say this first because I mean, you're the one who clicked this video and it obviously says how to get a girlfriend from a virgin. You're probably bored or maybe actually want a unique perspective. So first anchor was like religion. I grew up in a pretty strict culture. I mean, it's not that strict. It's, Asian culture and Islam. So two strict things at once. One rock killing two birds. And yeah, Islam is like a lot of restrictions. No hooking up, no sex, not even kissing, but my family said don't kiss. Wait for a girlfriend when you're done college or when you get a good job. Now let's go to the second anchor. Growing up, I always thought I would have someone like a love of my life. It would just like come towards me, like a job. Like for example, I thought like finishing. I was like not trying hard in high school. I was just going with the flow, realizing why my high school grades were bad. I did the same thing in college. I tried a little bit hard, but still the same mindset as high school because my college felt like a high school. It wasn't community college, but it was kind of close to it. And so after finishing college, I thought a job would just come right away. And I did have a job, but it wasn't like, yeah, it wasn't big pay. I didn't even care about the big pay. I just wanted a job, pocket money. And then I met my coworker friends, and they realized this pay is so bad. We need more in this economy. That's why I started learning more about like why growing up sucks, everything's expensive, and I learned from their perspective because they're paying rent and they're my age, which is even crazier. And that's when I realized, wow, this sucks. So fast forward years later, working with them, talking with them, vibing with them, I only stayed at that place because of them, and then they left. And yep, and then I left too, out of a whim, immaturely, without having nothing lined up. Okay, so I'm getting sidetracked, but like during these talks with my past coworker friends, they talked about girls. Girls having by the time we're 30, getting a girlfriend will be even a lot harder. So like you gotta be on the dating apps now. Like how can I be on dating apps when don't have a place on my own yet? And like climbing the corporate ladder will take years and years for me to make that much salary, and I'm realizing like what's the point of doing all that when company doesn't really care about you as much. Of course, there's a finesse. There is a finesse. Just take the experience, make your resume better, and just hop out. But I wasn't like that at that time because when having meetings, you'd also have to plan and schedule your job interviews, and that's when I realized, okay, yeah, this is getting too overwhelming for me. But now I have to like build a muscle out of this of just constantly going to meetings, constantly having things. I constantly try to like go into interviews even during like company time when I shouldn't, but I don't have the balls. I was like a good boy. I would just focus on work. So yeah, that's something I have to work on. And climbing the ladder will be more stressful, more people talking, more emptiness because I feel like I don't even want to do it at the same time. But yeah, this is the second biggest anchor of why it's hard for me to like reach out to a girl during an identity crisis. And then third, I forgot I said two anchors. There's a third anchor. There is one girl that I see myself having a future with. I've known her for a while. She was like basically like a sweetheart, childhood sweetheart, but then, growing up, we all grow apart and like I would see her not often. Before I would see her like almost every Saturday from middle school, from elementary school, middle school, high school, college, it was just getting less and less, and now working now. And now I see her like once a year or less. This is also a big anchor that I never said. There is someone, friendly duck, there is a female duck out there. And I'm just honestly, if we end up together, amazing. If we don't, of course I'll be sad, but I'll be free. I'll actually be free because she is literally an anchor. And I'm just waiting if she likes me back. And not only that, like she gave me big signs in person. She's the type of person who doesn't like make it obvious that she likes a guy. But I know her enough because I known her since we were kids. What she does, what she doesn't. Honestly, I didn't like her at first, but she gave me one of the biggest signs. So yeah, that's all. What can you learn from this? Virgins, they just wait for their serious one. I think a virgin should just marry a virgin. It just makes it better. And marriage becomes smoother because Both of them are serious, but for someone that's hooked up before and like a strict culture, it'll be trickier to move around. And yeah, I've heard many dramas behind the scenes stuff. Unfortunately for like people I know. But no, honestly, the only realistic thing is just dating apps for sure. Working a good job in the city, that's your best bet. And this is exactly why you need to like get good grades, because good grades. You're actually screw grades. Get good enough grades, and then once university or college starts, this is when you start doing internships. Internships are the gateway to success. Internships at like big cities, find like something that'll help you or find some support. I mean, you're still getting money, you're still getting all the experience. Your resume is just getting better and better. And then once you have a place to yourself, once you have, a stable job, and hopefully that job isn't too miserable, but a job is a job at the end of the day. That's when you can get dating apps. My coworker friends that talked about this, they literally explained it. They do a lot. Like, for example, you need to make sure you have a lot of photos taken of you. And thankfully, like I had an annoying family that loves taking photos, even though I didn't want my photo taken. And I'm kind of glad they did. And also, like, meeting girls is also another full-time job. Like, obviously, after work, what do most people do? Their hobbies, fitness, gym, which is what I like to do. So now meeting girls is another job. And for my coworker friends, they gone through a lot. Trial and error, hookup, breakup. Yeah, it's insane. Which is why I'm kind of glad I never had a girlfriend right now. I don't want to deal with that extra stuff because there's other stuff that I should have developed, which is like having a good job, enough salary to like have a place on my own, but I don't have that. And not only that, it's just career direction is just unknown. Don't know what to do. Don't know what I want to do. It's better to be stuck in a dead end job rather than a dead end career. I sidetracked a lot talking about life, but this is the reason why I don't have a girlfriend. At the time of this recording, I have some job interviews, but there's many job interviews in the past that did not go well for me. Been unemployed for months already, almost a couple months till a year for me having a year job gap. And once this job isn't even it's better than before than my previous job that I left abruptly, but it's just a lot of years to put in, get promoted, get to the next spot. It all depends on me. I have to get ready to like want to be promoted, do the work, and also like if I know this is dead end, then get ready to like it's just after when you are in a job after work, there's more extra stuff you have to do. Like if you want to look for a job, you got to put some time in, do some interviews, tailor your resume. Just like dating, I do all that extra stuff. When really I just want to go to the gym and chill. But it's not easy. So why I don't have a girlfriend? My religion, culture I grew up with. That's first. Second, growing up I thought love will always come to me like a job. It didn't. Nothing comes to you. You gotta work for it. Third, a childhood best friend. And how do you get a girlfriend? Make sure you level yourself up. Make sure your grades are good just so you could get into any college. It doesn't even have to be a private or a fancy college. It could just be an average one. But internships is a must because internships is like everything for the rest of your life. Because after college, the only thing you need is your resume. And if you develop your resume during college by doing internships, you're set. And this is another side thing. Yeah, internships and a career that you like. Most people have it. Work a job they don't mind, that are content. But others like me, I honestly don't find any of this fun or appealing. And so most people, I don't know what the percentage was, 80% of people hate their jobs. Most people just settle. There's a quote, Simon Sinek, if you work at a job you hate, that's called stress. If you work at a job you love, that's called passion. And so, yep. And I was working on my passion while working a job. But then slowly and slowly, I don't know what happened. Maybe more responsibilities mentally to a point it stressed me out and didn't have the motivation to do it, which is sad. But another thing I gotta work on is not take work too seriously to the mental. But I don't know, easier said than done. Whatever it is, oh yeah, let me answer this again. Yeah, make sure your grades are good enough. Make sure you do internships. Make sure you find a career path that you know you'll be content, comfortable, okay with. And then find love through dating apps or friends that you knew from high school, college. Because once you're in the job world, making friends is impossible. And I'm learning that way too late, and it's too late for me. My friends are very limited. And also, like, there's people that have girlfriends during college. during high school. There's a few that still are together to this day when they finish college and after right now. And of course, there's many breakups in high school, many breakups in college, but college, you don't know much breakup stories as much as high school. So yeah, random video. Thanks for watching. It's another friendly duck quacking about random stuff. Oh yeah, and also why my gym is my new favorite hobby is just to get girls. Alright, see you guys.